Hi everybody, and thank you very much for joining us for this really quick update on what's happening with the tropical storm, formerly the Typhoon Noru. Now, it has crossed into Thailand at around about 3 p.m. this afternoon. Of course, in a live coverage like this, I don't have the opportunity to show you some of the maps, but what I can tell you is that it has now crossed. It's crossed the Vietnamese coastline around about the Hoi An Nha Trang. Sorry, not Nha Trang, Da Nang. So the Da Nang Central Coast area around Hoi An last night, and then it's crossed across Laos today and then into Thailand across the Mekong at around about 3 p.m. this afternoon. It's crossed in the areas of Sisaket, Ubon Ratchathani and Amnat Charon, and it's heading in a westerly direction, slightly northerly, but basically westerly, heading into the central Thailand area. So this is the former Typhoon Noru, and now heading into, or now becoming a tropical storm, and it will also be downgraded in the next 24 hours to a tropical storm as it loses power. Now, this storm killed 10 people in the Philippines. We're glad to report that there's been no deaths reported from Vietnam or Laos at this stage, and let's hope that continues to be the situation as the storm enters into Thailand. Now, most of the power of the wind is now gone. If we look at the maps, it shows us that it's already lost a lot of power, but there's still going to be big drops of rain. So some torrential downpours still to be expected from Noru over the next few days. And then if you take that into the next week, we're going to see a lot of that water making its way down some of the main waterways out of the mountains and then eventually down the Chao Phraya and into Bangkok, probably causing some more flooding. And that'll be even worse if it coincides with actual rain in Bangkok plus some high tides. So that's something that we'll just have to keep our eye on over the next week. But just to report that the tropical storm Noru has now crossed into Thailand at around about 3 p.m. this afternoon. It's already well into Thailand, and it's currently going through the Ubon Ratchathani area, Khon Kaen, Sisaket, all that area, and making its way westwards into central Thailand. We'll bring you up to date with all the latest on that particular story. Bit of fireworks going off as we've got the vegetarian festival here in Phuket at the moment, but we'll bring you up to date with all the latest on the story about Noru, the effects, the places that it's flooding, areas where there's been a lot of rain, any flooding that needs to be reported, and we'll pass that on to you over the next 24 hours, or certainly in tomorrow's Tim Newton Today. But hopefully that sort of brings you up to date. I'll head back to the computer and see if I can post some of the maps on the community section of the YouTube page and give you some links if you want to follow the progress of the storm. But from Studio One, I suppose you could call it, here in Phuket, also I should say that down here in Phuket, where we're way in the southern part of Thailand, some 600, 700, 800 kilometres away from where this storm is passing. But this storm is actually quite big, or it was certainly a lot bigger when it was a typhoon in the last few days, dragging a lot of moist air out of the Indian Ocean. So in the southern parts of Thailand, they are expecting some rain over the next few days as a result, not directly caused by, but as a result of this tropical storm. So that's the latest. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's Tim Newton Today.